You slept 8 full hours last night and still woke up feeling completely destroyed inside. Meanwhile, your friend slept 5 hours and showed up looking sharp, energized, and fully alive. That difference isn't luck, genetics, or some random morning magic nobody told you about. You've been measuring sleep the wrong way your entire life, and today, that finally changes completely. The number of hours you sleep matters far less than most people have ever been told. Everyone says 8 hours is the golden rule, but that advice is dangerously and frustratingly incomplete. Telling someone to sleep 8 hours without explaining cycles is like saying just eat food daily. When you close your eyes, your brain doesn't shut down like a laptop going idle. It shifts into a very specific, highly organized biological program that runs all night long consistently. This program is called sleep architecture, and once you understand it, everything finally starts making sense. Your brain moves through 3 distinct phases every single night while your body lies completely still. The first phase is called light sleep, covering stage 1 and the beginning of stage 2. Your muscles relax, your heart rate slows, and your brain waves gradually become much quieter. This phase lasts roughly 20 minutes and serves as the gentle entrance into your sleep cycle. If someone wakes you during light sleep, you feel groggy, but you can function fairly well. Light sleep is like standing in a lobby. You're inside the building, but not yet deep. After light sleep ends, your brain makes a dramatic and powerful shift into something far heavier. This next phase is called deep sleep, and it's where your body does its real work. Your brain waves slow into long, rolling patterns that scientists refer to as delta waves now. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, repairs muscle tissue, and rebuilds your immune system completely. Every physical debt your body has accumulated from the entire day gets paid back right here. Training hard, studying long hours, or just living life, deep sleep is when recovery actually happens. But here is the critical thing almost nobody warns you about regarding deep sleep and waking up. If your alarm fires while you're in deep sleep, you will feel absolutely devastated and destroyed. That heavy, foggy, can't open my eyes feeling isn't from sleeping too little, it's from waking wrong. Your brain was mid-repair, fully committed to serious work, and you just yanked the power out. That single mistimed alarm can ruin the entire energy and clarity of your upcoming day ahead. After deep sleep, your brain transitions into the third and most fascinating phase, called REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement, and this is the stage where you begin to dream. But dreaming isn't just random entertainment your sleeping brain puts on for its own strange amusement. REM sleep is when your brain processes emotions, organizes memories, and files away everything from your day. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker calls REM sleep overnight emotional therapy, and that description is remarkably accurate and powerful. During REM, your brain strips the sharp emotional edge off painful, difficult, or overwhelming daily experiences. If you've gone to bed devastated and woken up feeling lighter, that was REM doing its job. Without enough REM sleep, you carry yesterday's emotional weight straight into everything you face the next morning. Here is the piece that ties all 3 phases together into one powerful and usable framework tonight. Light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep don't just happen once, they repeat in 90-minute cycles. Each complete cycle lasts approximately 90 minutes, moving through all 3 phases in the same sequence. On a typical full night of sleep, you roughly cycle through 4 to 6 of these completely. And here is what makes the timing so critically important for how you feel every single morning. Each cycle ends with a brief return to light sleep before the very next cycle begins again. That transition point, right at the edge between REM and returning light sleep, is your window.
Your brain is nearly at the surface already, ready to return to wakefulness naturally and without force. Wake up at that exact moment, and you feel sharp, clear, and genuinely ready to go. Wake up anywhere else, especially deep inside a cycle, and you'll feel like you never slept. This is why 5 hours sometimes feels better than a full 8 hours of total sleep time. 5 hours with clean cycle endings beats 8 hours that dragged you out of deep sleep violently. The total number doesn't matter. The timing of exactly when you wake up is everything here. And once you accept that, a simple but powerful rule emerges that changes how you sleep forever. It's called the 90-minute rule, and it is genuinely the simplest sleep tool you'll ever use. Start with the exact time you need to wake up tomorrow morning and work carefully backwards from there. Count backwards in clean 90-minute blocks to find the ideal time for you to fall asleep. If you need to wake up at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow, your best bedtime options become very clear. 11 p.m. gives you 5 full cycles. That's 7.5 hours of properly timed complete sleep cycles. 12:30 a.m. gives you 4 full cycles, which is still 6 hours of genuinely restorative quality sleep. Add an extra 15 minutes to account for the time it actually takes your body to fall asleep. So if you're targeting 11 p.m. as sleep time, you should get into bed by 10:45 tonight. Sleep coach Nick Littlehales has worked with elite athletes, including Cristiano Ronaldo, and entire professional sports teams. He recommends thinking about sleep in weekly cycles rather than obsessing over the hours of each night. His target is 35 complete cycles per week, which averages out to roughly 5 cycles per night. Some nights you'll only get 4 cycles, and some nights you might naturally complete 6 full cycles. That variation is completely fine, as long as you consistently hit your weekly total and wake correctly. The shift from counting hours to counting cycles changes your entire relationship with sleep almost immediately. Now, here's the uncomfortable part. Even perfect timing can be quietly destroyed by 5 common blockers. Most people are unknowingly committing at least 2 or 3 of these every single night right now. Sleep blocker number 1 is your phone, and yes, you already know this is coming for you. Your phone screen emits blue light that actively suppresses melatonin, the hormone that triggers your sleepiness signal. Howard Medical School research found blue light exposure before bed can shift your circadian rhythm 90 minutes backwards. When you scroll at 11 p.m., your brain literally believes it's still the middle of the afternoon. You might eventually fall asleep, but the quality of your cycles is already compromised before sleep starts. Put your phone down at least 30 minutes before bed, or better yet, move it entirely away. Sleep blocker number 2 is your bedroom environment, and most people completely underestimate how much it matters. Your core body temperature needs to drop about 1 to 2 degrees for deep sleep to occur. If your room is too warm, your body cannot complete that essential temperature drop efficiently at all. The ideal sleep temperature is 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, cooler than most people keep it. Light also matters more than most people realize. Even a small LED on standby disrupts melatonin production. And inconsistent noise, like distant traffic or a TV nearby, fragments your sleep cycles without you knowing. You never fully wake up, but your brain keeps getting yanked away from deep restorative sleep repeatedly. Cool, dark, and quiet. Those 3 words are worth more than any expensive sleep supplement out there. Sleep blocker number 3 is caffeine, and this one silently destroys your deep sleep without any warning. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours. It stays in your system far longer than expected. A coffee at 2 p.m. still has half its full strength circulating in your blood by 8 p.m. A study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found caffeine consumed 6 hours before bed cuts deep sleep 20%. You might fall asleep perfectly fine, but your body's physical recovery during the night is being cut drastically short. The general guideline is simple: no caffeine after 1 or 2 p.m., including energy drinks and pre-workout. Sleep blocker number 4 is alcohol, and it fools people because it genuinely makes you fall asleep quicker. Alcohol is technically a sedative, so it knocks you out quicker, but what follows is not real sleep. Walker's research shows alcohol fragments your sleep cycles and suppresses REM sleep, sometimes almost eliminating it completely. You might technically sleep 7 hours after drinking, but your brain barely completed any emotional processing or memory work. You wake up foggy, irritable, and emotionally flat.
Phase, and no amount of extra hours fixes that. Sleep blocker number 5 is chronic stress, and it interferes with sleep at a deep hormonal level. When you're stressed, your body produces cortisol, a powerful wakefulness hormone meant to keep you alert. In a healthy daily rhythm, cortisol peaks in the morning and gradually fades toward night completely. But chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated all day and into the night when you desperately need calm. Elevated cortisol at night means fragmented sleep. Your brain keeps surfacing instead of descending into deep recovery. You toss, you turn, you wake randomly at 3 a.m. staring at the ceiling with no reason. The fix isn't just relaxation. It requires building a deliberate routine that actively signals safety to your brain. That routine is called a shutdown ritual, and it's the most underrated sleep tool available to anyone. About 60 to 90 minutes before your target sleep time, begin dimming every light in your home. Your brain reads dim light as a nighttime signal and naturally begins releasing melatonin into your bloodstream immediately. Put your phone away completely and shift into something genuinely low stimulation. Reading, stretching, or quiet journaling works beautifully. Take a warm shower or bath about 30 minutes before bed to help your body cool down faster afterward. The post-shower cooling effect actually accelerates your body's natural temperature drop, which triggers powerful and genuine sleepiness. Keep your room cool, keep it dark, and go to bed at the exact same time every night. Consistency is not just a nice habit. It is the biological foundation your entire circadian rhythm depends upon. Your body builds its full hormonal daily schedule around the single anchor of your consistent morning wake time. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford, says keeping a consistent wake time is the most powerful sleep intervention available. If your wake time shifts around every day, your internal clock never stabilizes and your sleep never improves. And how you wake up matters just as much as every single thing you did the night before. A harsh alarm yanks you from whatever sleep phase you're in and floods your body with stress hormones. A sunrise alarm clock gradually fills your room with light over 20 to 30 minutes before wake time. This gently raises your cortisol naturally and pulls you smoothly through light sleep before you ever open your eyes. Then, and this step matters enormously, get direct sunlight into your eyes within the first 10 minutes. Step outside, stand at a window, or do whatever you can to catch that early morning light immediately. This tells your brain's master clock that the day has officially started and locks your full rhythm in place. Huberman calls this the single most effective zero-cost tool for improving your sleep quality over the long term. While you're at it, move your body within those first 10 minutes of waking each morning. 5 to 10 minutes of light stretching, a short walk, or basic movement clears sleep inertia remarkably fast. It raises your core temperature, increases blood flow, and sharpens mental clarity faster than any cup of coffee ever could. So here is everything pulled together into a framework simple enough to start using tonight without any confusion. Sleep is not about hours. It is entirely about completing full 90-minute cycles without interruption or mistimed alarms. Count backwards in 90-minute blocks from your wake time to find the ideal bedtime for tonight. Eliminate the 5 blockers that silently destroy your cycles: phone, environment, caffeine, alcohol, and unmanaged chronic stress. Build a 60-minute shutdown routine that signals clearly to your nervous system that the day is completely finished. Wake with gradually increasing light instead of a jarring alarm that spikes your cortisol violently every morning. Get direct sunlight into your eyes within the first 10 minutes of waking and anchor your rhythm with a consistent wake time. None of this requires expensive supplements, complicated devices, or any major lifestyle overhaul to begin working immediately tonight. It only requires understanding the system your body has been running every single night of your entire life. Stop fighting your biology, start working with it, and watch what happens to your energy starting tomorrow morning.